more Moeen Ali as a batsman, because I think his batting has dropped since. And I know it's unfair because at times 1 minute he's an opener, then he's a fourth, and then he's fifth.
He's batted every position 1 and 9.
Yeah. So, it's difficult for him, and I think that's affected him, and that's why it takes probably about 3, 4, 5 games afterwards, and then he's made a 60 or 100, and then, 20s and 10s, and then again
series,
60, 100.
This series, I mean, he's broken the other record, isn't he? He's the first player to have scored 250 plus runs.
Yep.
And taken 25 or more wickets in a 4-match Test series ever. I know 4 Test series aren't too common, but even still, they do happen. Yeah. And you've got world-class players playing in them. So for him to become the first, I mean, that's something that Ian Botham didn't do, Fred Flintoff didn't do, Wazim Akram didn't do. Wazim Akram wasn't so much. Imran Khan didn't do. The great all-rounders of past generations haven't been able to do that, and he's done that against South Africa. I
think there's a slight. You can play with statistics and records like that, but how many times in the series are they always out, and as a result, good old days, it was much more difficult to get the whole team out or to get your batting there.
That's because the batsmen were better than the bowlers. No, but if you're a bowler, you're bowling them out, and if you're a batsman, you're scoring the runs.
It's very rare to see what we've seen.
Your argument doesn't stand.
No, it's rare to see in this series. You see everyone's been bowled out, like within the third day. It's like they're on their last innings.
So it was good for bowlers, yeah?
It was good for batters to go in and have a chance to make those runs, because he's at number 7. No, if your batsmen don't normally get out, he doesn't get the chance to bat.
All the matches have been concluded, and all 4 innings have been played, is what you're saying.
Yeah, so the batsmen have more chances of scoring runs.
And the bowlers have got more chance of taking wickets, because up to 40 wickets may have been taken over the course of the 5 days. But if that's the case, you can't have the advantage both with the bowler and the batsman. It's got to be one or the other. And if he's taking wickets and scoring runs, then he's
made the most of it. Yeah, he's made the most of the opportunity. Yeah, I'm saying the opportunity wasn't probably available in previous days. For example, Ian Botham batting number 6.
Yeah.
Your first innings or your second innings, shall we say, if they even get to the second innings, he won't get a chance to bat.
Yeah, but he's batting number 8, number 9.
Yeah, and they're still getting all out.
Yeah, but he's still getting
the runs.
Yeah. One other thing, I mean, I know this has become like the Moeen Ali show, but it really is a special performance by him.
Absolutely.
And I know when major Test teams tour England, or when England tour away to major Test teams, whoever is man of the series always gets a nod for sports personality. They get into the shortlist. So it'd be awesome for Moeen Ali to get shortlisted for sports personality, because the guy's done amazing stuff. Like you say, he's not really a bowler. He was actually called out as not being England's frontline spin option.
No.
And yet he gets more wickets than Jimmy Anderson.
Yes.
Yeah, the frontline attack bowler. So, you've got to take your hat off to him. Absolutely.
And they've named us. They actually named one of the stands on Jimmy Anderson as well, hasn't it? Yeah. Just talking about Jimmy Anderson. Yeah, okay. They've named a stand after him. So.
But what do you think of this then? I mean, they're saying we've still got problems at number 2, number 4, and number 5. Or is it?
It's the openings,
number 2,
isn't it?
3, and 5.
See, the openings, like, you got Jennings, he's at the top scorer of 48. That's been his best score for this series. You got problems with Milan. You've got problems. I mean, I was going to put the question again, and we've done this before. Peterson, would you bring him back? Because they have got. You
have to look to the future.
Look to the future doesn't mean you have to discard the past or the experience. Surely the future's it's good, but at the moment it's not working.
Where you've gone through the pain of having to, go through all that rubbish with Peterson. Why would you then bring him back in, only to either for the whole thing to kick off again and for you to have to kick him out again, or just to have him in for a stopgap until we find somebody else. As long as Peterson's there, they won't be giving adequate chances to other people to potentially make their mark. Even the stats that we've got here, Jennings is he's the 11th different opener. He's had a number. He's averaged something like 15. Gary Balance, Tom Wesley, they've all been getting like 2 innings, 3 innings.
I think Balance is probably been the better out of all of them. That he got injured, isn't it, with the suffered a broken finger.
Yeah.
But his replacement, like Tom Wesley, he made a half century in his debut, but after that, he's been pretty poor.
What I was going to ask you was, if they've got problems at 2, 3, and 5.
Yep.
And they've got a batsman who can deliver at number 7, number 8, Moeen Ali.
Moeen Ali, push him up.
Why not? Yeah, why not promote him?
Yeah.
Promote him up I don't know why they don't do that, because they're saying no, Moyne's good at 7. He's scoring well at 7. Well, surely you want somebody scoring well to be moving up. I know it doesn't quite work like that. I know you've got the new balls for the openers. The ball moves around a little bit more. There's a bit more.
Well, it's nothing alien to him to be at that order, is it?
Because he does that for his county.
Yeah.
So if he's proven himself as an England cricketer, he's guaranteed going to be in the team for the next 2 years, just off the back of this one series.
Yes.
So why don't you just say, right, we'll just bite the bullet now, put him in at number 2, opposite Alistair Cook to open, or put him in at number 3. No, he opens for his county.
Yeah, Test
or
county.
Put him in at number 3, or put him in at number 5. And
I
then
think 5.
And then you've got a problem at 7 or 8. And I think if you've got a problem at 1 or 2, that's a bigger problem than if you've got a problem at 7 or 8.
Yeah, I mean, again, do they go for another spinner, then they'll go.
You can't say a batsman is doing well in this number. Let's keep him there. If you've got rubbish people, or people who are doing rubbish in 4, 5 and 6, you're putting your lower order under pressure.
The thing is, though, they're not putting him in as a batsman. They're putting him at the moment as a bowler.
And their batsmen aren't doing anything.
If they put him in as a batsman, as a main for the batsman, that means they're taking out another batsman, but he's a bowler, Moeen Ali, from their picking. So who do they put in for number 7 then? They'll have to go for another bowler.
Like that at all. What are you talking about?
You're removing a batsman for a bowler.
You don't have to have allocated bowlers and batsmen.
You do.
No, you don't. You need 5 bowlers. And if they
can have 6 bowlers if you want.
5, 6, whatever it is. Yeah, but you need 5 in a test match. You want at least 4 or 5.
Yeah.
If you've got 5 bowlers and 2 of them are amazing batsmen, you put them in 1 or 2. It doesn't mean you have to add another 2 bowlers to your squad.
If he's not getting the wickets, he's not getting in the team. Moeen Ali, he won't be there for his batting, will he?
I think he would be there for his batting.
No, not at number 7.
I think he would. I think he's done enough.
If Moeen's listening, I hope you call in Moeen.
If Moeen did 250 plus runs from that number and took 0 wickets, you're telling me he wouldn't get selected next one? He's the 4th.
I don't think he would.
He was the 4th top run scorer in the series.
I think that's just. I think it's just that's showing the cracks in the top order of the batsmen. That if somebody down the order can make the runs, why aren't the top batsmen performing?
So you're saying, as a coach, you'd rather have somebody who's scoring runs, scoring them at 8, than scoring them at 5?
No, I think he's in there for his bowling.
Yeah,
the fact that he's scoring runs is a bonus.
Would you not promote him?
Because then you're taking out a batsman. He has to then bring in another batsman.
Yeah, and put that batsman a little bit lower.
A bit lower at 7. You don't bring a batsman in to put at 7.
What? So you have to put in people who can't. Then you're saying you're not promoting him.
No,
Either
I'm just
you
saying.
Promote him or you don't promote him.
I'm saying he's in for his bowling.
Yeah.
I don't think he's in for his batting. So when your batsman is going to be higher,
so
it's got to be higher than number 7.
So let's say he's in for his bowling.
Yeah,
that's absolutely fine.
Right.
And let's say he's the best batsman in the squad. Hypothetically.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Why would you not put him up the order?
Oh, then you would. Yeah, if he was the best batsman in the squad.
Okay, but he's definitely in the top 4 based on the current series.
Statistically.
And you've already said he scored enough runs to promote him. So why would you not?
Yeah, I think he should go at number 5.
Yeah, but then what? You'd have to bring in another bowler.
No, batsman. Still got to bring a batsman. It's still short. You're still short of batsman.
I mean, you can have.
You got to get Jennings. You got to get rid of. You got to open. You've got to change your opener.
Yeah, but we've had deep tails. Deep batting all the way down to 7 or 8 in the past. We've had all rounders who bat up higher up the. We had Flintoff. Flintoff was batting number 4, number 5 at one point. And we had batsmen going all the way down to number 7 or 8.
Flintoff at number 4 and 5. Those were the days.
Those were the days. So I mean, Moeen Ali, he's come in as an opener. He's actually opened for England. So why would you not put him there? If you're saying he's in for his bowling and he's already played at number 1 or number 2, then why not just promote him and
promote him at the 1 and 2? Well, maybe they should try that then against South Africa, and especially against the final game, which they'd won the series already. They 2-1, weren't they?
No, it was 2-1.
Yeah, could have been draw.
Let's move on.
Yes.
Athletics.
Athletics.
Do you know, we haven't got a lot of time left for the first half of the show, and we're really not going to do athletics.
No, Mo Farah.
So Mo Farah. I mean, what a legend.
Absolutely.
What an.
And he's come out with a statement, hasn't he? Something similar to what you mentioned the other week about he doesn't feel like he's been dealt fairly.
Yeah. And he's alluding to something slightly different. So I was talking about the whole immigrant issue and the whole Muslim issue and the fact that, but, let's be absolutely clear about this. This guy is the most successful athlete in the 5K, 10K ever to have lived, right?
Yep.
And, England, or Great Britain would struggle to get on the podium in these events and have done for years and years.
Yep.
All of a sudden, Mo Farah comes along and he wins nothing but gold in his glittering
10 global royal golds in a row.
10 golds and 2 silvers.
Yeah.
He started with the silver, then he got 10 golds, and then he finished with the silver.
Yep.
And Gabby Logan said quite eloquently, she said, a silver lining to a golden career.
Wow.
I thought that was very
Think she had that
poetic.
set just in case.
I hope she didn't, because then she would have cursed him. Right? But he's saying, and I said this exactly the same thing last week, is, why is he not on the front page of every major newspaper? Why is he not winning Sports Personality of the Year every single year for the last year? He's dominated global athletics. You've got the people from Botswana, the Kenyans, the Ugandans, the Ethiopians ganging up on him. There's a field of about 30 runners, and 10, 15 of them are working together trying to beat Mo Farah.
Yeah, they even gave that a cutthroat.
So that was last night. Last night was the cutthroat gesture by the American.
Yeah. And he says we've got to beat Mo.
We've got to beat Mo. And he's absolutely right, because Mo's strongest event is the 5K. The 10K is his second event.
Yeah.
And he got the gold in the 10K. It was a tough 10K last weekend.
Yes. That's one when he stumbled, isn't it? And we're saying his foot was possibly over the line.
Out, but, that's absolutely fine, because he put it out just so that he could push himself back on the track. He didn't try to gain an advantage.
Yeah.
So I did a bit of reading up on that. I was like, what are the rules around that? It was absolutely fine. But with this one, they actually boxed him in. The last couple of laps, they had him boxed in. If he was going to force himself out, he would have tripped. So he couldn't do that. And then they kept him boxed in, and then,
And when you say they've kept him boxed in, you're saying all the competitors kept him boxed in, or was it just the Americans?
Well, there was 4 or 5 runners, particularly the Ethiopians. The eventual winner was an Ethiopian,
right.
Mukhtar Idris.
Wow.
Won the race. And Mo ended up second, but he ended up second because while he was boxed in, he was trying to keep off a challenge from the American. I think he finished third. And as he ran round, he just didn't have enough. He gave so much, and he's given so much to the world of athletics, and he is an absolute legend. But I just feel like he's not been touted as the hero that he should have been.
Yeah.
And there are a number of reasons for that, which we can talk about in the second half of the show, if you'll indulge me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. Because it is Premiership's back on as well.
Yeah.
So we've got a number of viewers and a number of listeners. So if you guys want to interact with the show, you know the drill. You can call in and talk about anything you want. 01733, sports related, of course. 01733 602 133. Chat to us on our Facebook page, and inshallah, we will be back after these short messages. Salaam alaikum.
Stay tuned to Salaam Radio after this short ad break.
1 in every 10 people live without access to safe, clean water. Let's give them a better choice than drinking either dirty water or no water at all. Together, we can turn this desperate situation around by delivering safe water solutions to the world's poorest people. Call 0161 225 0225 or visit humanappeal.org.uk.
Please help Families Relief provide fresh meat this Eid to the needy in some of the poorest countries of the world. Our kabanis contain only fresh meat and will be provided to the needy in Pakistan, Bangladesh, Gaza, Syria and Africa. Sacrifice with an open heart and call the donation hotline on 0114 365 4454 or visit us at familiesrelief.org.uk and say yes to feeding the poor.
Third world and developing countries are home to some of the most vulnerable children on the planet. Malnutrition, severe lack of medical aid and access to clean water are just some of the horrific challenges faced by orphans across Africa and Asia. Children of Adam, a Peterborough charity, need your help to bring aid to these orphans for just £25 a month. To sponsor an orphan or assist with other projects, please call 0300 321 0032 or visit www.childrenofadam.net.
City Homes Estate Agents are your #1 independent family-owned agency in Peterborough. We offer a range of services including buying, selling, letting, mortgages and conveyancing. Why not call us today and find out for yourself why our customers return time and time again. We have a track record for achieving some of the highest prices in and around the area for our clients. With over 10 years of operating in the area, we are the experts in this market. Put us to the test today by calling 01733 348 677 and quote discount code RADIO for our exclusive rates for this promotion. City Homes, bringing people together for over 10 years.
मेरा नाम आयशा है और मेरा ताल्लुक कश्मीर ऑर्फन्स रिलीफ ट्रस्ट मीरपुर से है। कोर्ट एजुकेशनल कम्प्लेक्स जरीकस मेरे ख्वाबों की जन्नत, जहां बेहतरीन देखभाल, आला तालीम, बेपनाह प्यार और मेहरबान शफकत हम सबको हासिल है। अब फेज 2 में 500 बच्चों और बच्चियों के लिए रिहाइशगाहें बन रही हैं और इसके लिए 9 करोड़ रुपए चाहिए। मुझे यकीन है आप मायूस नहीं करेंगे।
कश्मीर ऑर्फन्स रिलीफ ट्रस्ट 0300 123 774 court.org.uk.
Feel like some great tasting chicken tonight? Great meal deals, wraps, burgers and sides. We've got it all at Chicken Palace. Call and collect at 302 Lincoln Road on 01733 702 447 or 8 Park Road on 01733 343750. Chicken Palace, open 11 a.m. till late.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من سمت نجا. He who remains silent is successful.
Peterborough's community radio station, Salaam Radio, 106.2 FM.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to the Salaam Sports Show here at Salaam Radio. I got more words all wrong there, didn't I? Welcome back to Salaam Sports here at Salaam Radio. This is 106.2 FM. You're listening to Imtiaz Ali. I'm here with my co-host Sadat Akram. How's that? Was that a little bit better?
Oh, I don't know. I'm getting a bit of goosebumps now.
Thank you for joining us again. We're live on 106.2 FM and also on Inspire FM 105.1. If you're watching, and you are, we've got a number of people watching, please do interact with the show. Oh, we've had some interaction from Sadat Akram.
Yeah, I'm just chucking a few questions out there.
Oh yeah, okay, fair enough. So if you're reading Sadat Akram's questions, then please do feel free to respond with what you think about everything he said. We were talking before we went away about the athletics.
Yes.
And Mo Farah. So yes. Mo Farah's come out and he said, look, there was I've been dealt with unfairly. I think he was talking about the drugs.
Yeah.
He got quite emotional earlier today. He was talking about how he's not been dealt with fairly. And I think we touched on it on the show as well last week about how, say take somebody like Jessica Ennis, who has become like a poster child for British athletics. He has not so much, and he won the same gold on the same Super Saturday in 2012. He won a gold again in 2016. He's won golds in 2009 all the way through to this year, the World Championships. And he's absolutely dominated a field where GB and Ireland have struggled to put out, decent competitors. So I sympathise with him. I genuinely do. I think he's absolutely right. And the thing he said, I think it was on a sports channel earlier. I think he said something along the lines of history doesn't lie. You can. What was it?
Oh yeah, I mean,
history doesn't lie to what I achieved over the years. Is what he said, quote,
medals. His medals speak for themselves, and it's not like inconsistent, like won a couple, then he's been consistently through. I mean, 10 global golds in a row.
Yeah. So did we go through his list of medals last time?
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
Well, you can add another silver medal to that.
Yes.
So he won.
He was a bit obviously devastated last race.
Yeah, he won a silver in the 10K in 2009, and then a gold in the 5K, and then he's won golds in both 5 and 10Ks in every major championship between then and now. And last week he finished with a gold in the 10K. And a silver in the 5K. So he's got 10 gold medals and 2 silver medals at Olympics and World Championships. That's pretty dominant.
Very.
So there's only 2 people who've got a gold medal in that time in those events. One of them is Mukhtar Idris. Can you name the other guy?
No.
I can't either. I don't know who won the...
Obviously Mukhtar Idris is just the one who just won now.
Yeah, he's just won that one now, yeah.
That's how you remember it.
Mohib saying no chance Chelsea. What is he saying? No chance Chelsea to?
I said, did Chelsea have a chance this season? They've lost their opening match, didn't they?
Yeah, but yeah. There's
some.
Mohib reckons there's no chance
results.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
It's a bold prediction at this stage of the season. But yeah, so what else? I mean, athletics. It's not just Mo Farah.
No,
lots of other things
we
going
had
on.
Bolt, Usain Bolt also.
Usain Bolt. Now that, I mean, that was, it was interesting in so many different fronts. The whole Usain Bolt one. So firstly, he didn't win the gold in the 100 meter. Justin Gatlin.
I believe so. Yeah, Justin,
something Gatlin won the gold medal. Former drugs cheat apparently. Comes back, gets reinstated, and that's why there was the booing. So there's booing.
Oh, okay.
So he got booed during the race. After the race, he got booed during the medal ceremony.
So he's done his time.
Pardon?
He got convicted for whatever.
Yeah, I think he got banned for 8 years, and then the ban got reduced to 4, and then he got back into competition.
Oh right, okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to make judgments on things like that. I think if there's authorities out there that give out punishments, and if you've served your punishment, you've served your punishment.
Yeah.
If that authority
is there any difference than Mohamed Amir? He served his punishment, came back from Pakistan cricket.
Exactly the same thing. And Ched Evans.
And Ched Evans,
we talked about that as well last year on the show.
We did, yeah.
So there's a number of examples, and I think there's bodies out there that are asked to police the sport and to make sure that only legal athletes take part. And I'm sure they would have drug tested him after the final as well. And if he's currently competing and he's not on drugs and he's won the race and he's won the gold medal, then as the British public, should we be booing him just because we wanted Bolt to have his fairy tale ending? You got to remember, every single athlete comes into these games after months and months of hard preparation. That's some difficult stuff. Yeah, and they're getting to their peak of their physical condition. They're the absolute top of their field in the world. That's not easy. And for them to do that, thinking, I'm allowed to compete, I'm going to work as hard as I possibly can, and I'm going to do the best I can. He's done it. He's won a gold medal. We should be applauding that as a story of, he's coming back after some tricky times.
Yes,
and
but
it's gone clean.
As a public figure, a sportsman, what sort of message does it show out to children? I
think the message is it's how you spin it.
Absolutely, it's all about spinning.
Yeah, it is about spinning. But I think the message is, look, if you cheat, you will get punished.
Yeah.
If you clean up your act and you actually compete to the best of your ability, you might get what you deserve, which is a gold medal.
Yeah.
That's how I should look. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, great spin doctor you are.
Wrong career. But Bolt had his last chance to win a gold medal on the world stage.
Yes.
In the 4x100, which is another event that Jamaica has dominated because they've got Johan Blake.
Yeah.
Obviously, Usain Bolt and the two others
were
also quite quick. Yeah, the two others were also quite quick. But I don't know. I think the emotion got to him. I think the event, the occasion, the end of a glittering career.
I was going to say excuse. I don't think that's the right word. His reasoning for his muscle cramp was the delay. They said that it caused a delay and he got cold. He's warming up. I don't know much about running, as you know very much. But that was his response, shall we say? He got a muscle cramp.
Well, there were 36 sprinters out there, and he was the only one that got cramp. So it's a difficult one. Even in the 100 meters when he was doing the
conditions
qualifying,
are the same for everybody, absolutely.
Yeah, and in the qualifying when he didn't get out the blocks very quick and he wasn't running great, he said the starting blocks are a bit wobbly. I think you might remember I said that to you.
Yeah. He's never been great at the sign blocks, if I remember you telling me.
Yeah. So you can make excuses all you like. I think, and this is my personal opinion. I'm not in the Usain Bolt camp at all, but I think when you've got emotion,
occasion got to him.
Not the occasion got to him, but the emotion and the adrenaline and the fact that he's been pumped all day. It's his last event.
Yeah.
That can be quite sapping, quite energy consuming on the muscles.
I agreed, but if anybody surely could handle or control that, an athlete of Usain Bolt structure, stance, surely I'll be surprised if that.
I just think it's coincidental that he pulls a hamstring in his last ever event. The only thing significant about this event,
he was behind the two, wasn't he? He was catching it. He was on the catch.
He had to. He really had to go. Yeah,
he was really pushed out and maybe
5 yard.
Pushed a bit too much.
But then he's quick enough. In the straight.
If anybody could, he
could.
Yeah.
But maybe he tried a little bit too hard. Probably the occasion got to him. Probably did have to wait out a little bit longer than he could.
Yeah.
So that was devastating. I'll tell you why it was interesting on so many different fronts. Firstly, nobody expected Great Britain to win the 4x100 gold.
No.
Except maybe one person who might have just randomly said, you know what, Great Britain, Ireland. They went around the studio, in fact, didn't they? They went around the studio and they said, who's going to win? And everyone was like, oh, USA, Jamaica, USA, Jamaica.
Yeah.
And I think it was Paula Radcliffe as well, said, oh, I'm going to back our boys. And everyone was like, really?
A little chuckle was there.
Yeah, a little chuckle, yeah. But they did it. They won the gold medal. It was incredible. They had some, I mean, they're not straight line, 100 meters. They're not the fast. They're not in the top 5 in the world. So,
No.
but
it's the first ever victory.
Yeah, first ever victory. Their coordination, their handoffs, their timing. You know,
Yeah,
their
I saw they're showing the
teamwork was
replays and their
absolutely
time.
sensational. They got it spot on.
And
completely
without
right.
going on to this, so there's 2 lines, and just so before they hand off the baton, they have to pass it before he crosses that other second line. Is it the run in front? If I was watching it correctly.
Exactly. Yeah. So you've got a point at which you start.
Yep.
You set up, and that's about 10-15 yards short of the first yellow line.
Right.
So you have a look over your shoulder, and as soon as your buddy's coming up to you, you start running because you want to hit that first line just as he passes you the baton.
Yeah.
He's going to pass you the baton before you leave the second line, but you can't touch the baton before you reach the first line. And I think that's a 10 to 15 meter gap.
Wow.
So you got to pick up speed at the right time so that he comes into that square, and then it all gets handed off and everything's squeaky clean. They did it perfectly. They did it absolutely brilliantly. They scored the 3rd quickest time in history.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the 3rd fastest ever.
Wow.
So that was, it was there's no doubt about it. There was a sensational run. So take absolutely nothing away from them. The interesting thing was commentators were saying, oh, it's such a shame. Bolt, he's pulled his hamstring. And yes, the British team are celebrating, but I'm sure once they've calmed down and realised what's happened, they're going to go over and I'm thinking, no. Like, why would you? Like, this guy is a global icon. Yes, he's won everything. Absolutely. He's dominated sprinting. But as individuals, those 4 individuals, I'm sorry, but they've been getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. They've done
their bit.
They've been eating right. They've been working every single day for this one event where they're trying to represent their country. And they've worked hard on the training. The handoffs were perfect. You know, that doesn't happen accidentally.
No.
They've done everything correctly and they've won. And he's lost. Okay, yeah, it's unfortunate he's got injured. And yes,
and
maybe in a few days' time, they'll drop him a text and say, oh, you know what, bad luck, how's your injury?
Yeah.
But they're not. No. Look at how people blocked in Mo Farah because he's dominated everything. They blocked him in and they worked cross countries. They worked against Mo Farah so somebody else would win the gold.
Last race or no last race?
This one, you're in your own lane. You can't influence anybody else. All you can do is do the best that you can.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but those British guys, they deserve 100% of the plaudits. You know, and they were expecting a Jamaica US 1 and 2, and you know, GB have come in number 1, US number 2.
I'm going to go that far and say is that comparison to, like, I know, Chelsea not celebrating when Gerrard slipped.
Exactly.
Saying, sorry, Gerrard, mate, you slipped.
Exactly, yeah.
You deserve
as much as you've been a great footballer for the last 15 years, you know, you slipped, and we don't really want to laugh at that because that's exactly what it is. Like, you know, Manchester United, they've been dominating the Premier League for so long. You know, you're telling me other fans are not going to celebrate that they're not doing as well over the last few years? Of course they are. So I just didn't get where the commentators were coming from. I think
maybe
the commentators had a script written for Bolt winning the final gold in his final event, and it didn't pan out like that. But as individual athletes, I'm sorry, you do the best you can. You try and win every single time. You don't care about fairy stories. The only fairy tales you care about is the ones that you're writing for yourself.
Yeah, and that's their first ever, so they're fairy tales there already.
Exactly, and you know, it's a momentous occasion, I think, for the GB team to win that gold medal, and congratulations to them all. The women as well. The women did fantastic. The women 4x100, Great Britain.
Okay.
They finished 2nd.
Wow.
They had an amazing run. They had a really, really good run. Again, their handoffs were really good. That's one thing about the GB teams. Their handoffs, their timing, their coordination was absolutely spot on.
They just can't run fast.
They just individually, one-on-one, individually. I mean, that's as good a time as they were going to get, and they did it. They did everything perfectly. The only other thing I was going to point out was on the 4x100 men's, in the final straight, it was, I can't remember the name of the GB guy who was bringing it in, but he was up against Coleman. Coleman was the silver medalist in the 100 meters.
Right.
The US guy. Yep. And the US guy, he had about 2 or 3 yards to catch up over 100 meters, and he didn't make ground at all. Literally, for the whole 100 meters, that gap stayed exactly as it was. So that run was a run of a lifetime for that for the guy who did the fourth straight. You know, he must have matched him, you know, step for step. He must have matched him all the way. So he's got to be thinking to himself, you know what, individually I should be able to do something, because maybe he was just pumped. Maybe you get the baton and you're in the lead, you're thinking, we've got a chance to win, and then you get that huge adrenaline boost. So fantastic night of Olympics. Genuinely, it was a really, really good event and a really good World Championships. I think there's been some fantastic.
Who's on top then? Is it Americans? As
I've
always?
no, I don't know. I don't know the medals tables. Sorry, my bad. It's probably America or China. Yeah, it's going to be America, China 1-2, isn't it? Yeah, Jimmy and Ireland are going to be something like 6th or something. I don't know. If anybody does know about the medal count, please do text in and let us know.
Quickly go into tennis because I know we're going to got football, got stuff. But Nadal had a chance to go to number 1, and I wasn't aware of this if he won the tournament. But obviously he had a shocking defeat. But even more, Federer's got to the final again.
Federer's on it.
He's on it, and they're playing today in the final. So good luck to him.
Good luck to Federer. Who did Nadal go out to? You've got it down here. I think you got.
Nadal went out to some 18-year-old. I think he was on the wild card as well. Got it down here somewhere.
I'm sure you got it down here somewhere.
Yeah, here. Rafa shocked defeat 18-year-old Canadian Denis Shapovalov.
Dennis who? Shapovalov
at the Rogers Cup. So yeah, he went down 3-6, 6-4, 7-6.
You know, if Arif was here, we could have asked him who this Shapovalov guy was and whether he was an up-and-coming talent that we need to keep an eye on, because he's only 18, he's a wild card.
Arif knows about all the up-and-coming talents.
Let's move on. So, good luck to Rafa Nadal, and, hope he gets the result that he wants.
I think it's over for him.
For who?
For Nadal.
Do you think?
Yeah. I think that's it.
Hang on, you're saying if he'd have won the tournament, he would have been number 1?
Yeah.
Because he didn't win the tournament, his career's over.
Yeah, but it's a shock defeat. He should have won it. He should have at least got to the final. And it's like Wimbledon. He was doing so well, and then he had a surprising defeat.
Yeah.
And I just think that's it. I think all the injuries have just told too much for him. I think he's a good player.
Good. One of the greats, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A very good player.
Yeah.
But I think that's it now. I'd be very surprised if he wins another tournament.
Okay, let's move on to football. So we've only got 10 minutes.
Oh, is it?
10-12 minutes. Yeah, that's the thing.
Cracking opener. Leicester, Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Oh, what a game!
It was a good way to start the season, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What do you think about the Friday night kickoff?
I was on my way and I thought Friday night kickoff. It doesn't. No, I don't like it.
For the first game of the season, I think you should let people sort their fantasy football teams out first.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Who did you captain in the first week?
I didn't do a fantasy football league. No, I didn't do it this year.
I've captained Kane.
How many Man United players have you got?
Lukaku.
1.
I've got Lukaku, yeah. I was thinking of getting Darmian as well.
How many Liverpool players you got in?
Firmino.
You didn't put Coutinho in?
No, I didn't put Coutinho in, no.
I mean...
I don't think Jurgen Klopp's put Coutinho in, has he?
He's got a back injury, apparently, hasn't he?
Yeah, apparently he's got a back injury. No, but okay, so 4-3.
4-3, yeah.
Lacazette scores on his debut.
Second touch.
Yeah, he scored it really early, 3 minutes into the season, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was it a header, wasn't it, if I remember?
I didn't see the goal.
I believe it was a header.
So good start for him. And I saw a couple of his goals in the pre-season games that Arsenal have played. And he's got a really good knack of getting into the box at the right time. He's like an attacking midfielder rather than a frontman striker.
Yeah,
he's not going to be chasing lost causes.
No,
but he just seems to have a good awareness of where the ball's going to end up.
Yeah, if they get the right ball, he'll be there. But
he looks a good signing.
It looks a lot of cracks in Arsenal because, again, with respect to Leicester, even though they've been champions and they've won more Premiership trophies than Liverpool, the fact is that I can't see them challenging for the Premier League, where Arsenal, surely there's cracks there to let 3 goals at home.
Yeah, I think if you're letting in 3 goals in your opening game, there's something definitely wrong in your defence.
Yeah. And I think that's... I know it's first game of the season, but it's troubling.
It is troubling, and it was a bit of an emotional roller coaster for them in terms of taking the lead, losing the lead, potentially being on the lose, losing your first game. Wenger out, started trending all during the game, and then they come out and win, and then it's
Giroud, his header. I mean, I know he scored some great headers previously, but again, another header that was like on the frame of the crossbar and the post, right in the corner. Top bins, as they say.
Bins. Yeah. Giroud is the kind of guy. I mean, I've got a lot of respect for him. He keeps going, doesn't he?
He keeps going. Yeah. He's not the most popular player.
He got signed as being Arsenal's backup striker, and he's been Arsenal's backup striker since he's been there. He wants to be number 1. He's done everything he can. But even this season, they've gone out and signed Lacazette. They've still got Sanchez on their books, haven't they? He's not.
Sanchez is still there. He's not gone yet. But if he goes again, Arsenal in trouble there. Tottenham haven't really bolstered their team at the moment.
I think the best thing Tottenham did is not lose anyone. That was very important. Oh, sorry, no, they did lose Walker. You're
They
right.
lost
Yeah.
Walker.
Yeah. But no, in the fullback position, for some reason, they've just got like 4 world-class fullbacks. Walker's gone. Is it Trippier's going to come in?
I see they're playing today, aren't they, against Newcastle? Last I checked was 0-0, but I'm not sure who the who.
Oh, give us an update, guys. If you're watching the game, Tottenham Newcastle. It's Newcastle at home, isn't it?
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Is that Rafa Benitez?
Benitez is back.
Benitez is back in the Prem, back in the big time.
Yeah. Talking about Benitez, his ex-team, your current team, Liverpool, Watford, 3-3. Happy with the result?
No, not at all. Not when you're leading 3-2 with about 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, but weren't Liverpool losing?
Yeah, we went 1-0 up. We went no,
1-0 down, 1-1, then 2-1 down, 2-2, and then
we took the
3-2
lead.
up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
And
again,
then
another
3-2.
topsy-turvy game.
Yeah.
And it's away
Again,
to
defence
Watford.
looked poor because I think 2 of the goals were set pieces again.
Yeah. So one of them was a corner.
Yeah.
And it was it was a really good header. To be fair, keep on doing much about that. But then Minu probably should have done a little bit better for the second goal.
Yeah, but it's this zonal marking.
Yeah, we still stick with zonal marking. We've not had any big signs. I mean, that
No.
Van Dijk transfer is still a potential, especially
Well,
now.
your big signing would be Coutinho staying, would it not?
Yeah, Coutinho's not going to stay.
No, he's handed in a transfer request.
I think we've all, as Liverpool fans, we've all accepted that Coutinho is not going to stay. And that is what it is. What can you do? We've lost.
Is it right for him to put in a transfer request?
It's right. Is it right for any player to put in a transfer request? Is the question.
Well, I mean, Coutinho, how much of a bigger player was he before he went to Liverpool? Or how much of a known player was he before he went to Liverpool?
You can say the same about a lot of
Oh,
players.
absolutely.
Yeah. So Liverpool has almost become a club where players get seen by some of the bigger clubs.
Yeah.
So we've lost Alonso, we've lost Suarez, we lost Torres. Thank God we lost Torres, but we lost.
Oh
Torres.
no, when you lost Torres, he was on the peak, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
It was just a shame after he went to Liverpool. He just never was the same player.
This is what I'm saying. Like we've lost Mascherano. Mascherano was another player that was big for us.
Yep.
So we've lost a number of key players, and especially now if you've got Suarez and Coutinho playing at Barcelona.
And there was that player who went to Swansea. Henderson. No, not Henderson's your captain, isn't it? Who's the other midfielder?
We've lost a midfielder to Swansea.
Yeah, a couple of seasons ago. Was it Swansea? I'm sure it's Swansea.
Sigurdsson.
No, not Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson's probably going to Tottenham, isn't he?
He was from Tottenham. He
He's
went
going
Tottenham
back
to Swansea.
Yeah.
Oh, who are you talking about?
I can't remember who it was. Had the curly long head in midfield. I'm sure he left Liverpool.
Oh, we lost John Joe Shelvey to Newcastle.
Shelvey, a big, massive player.
Huge player, massive player.
He got into the England squad after that.
No, he was. I think he was a decent player. He probably wasn't amazing, but he was a good player.
No, he was a good player.
Yeah. But yeah, 3-3. So that was obviously gutting.
Poor result for.
I think the biggest result of the opening day has to be Huddersfield or Chelsea.
Chelsea 2-3.
2-3.
Burnley. Burnley never. Oh no, sorry. Burnley only
won one away game all
last season,
and they've already equaled that.
They've done that.
Did you
There's
see
a couple
the
of red
card?
cards?
Did you see the first red card?
Yes.
So what happened? Tell me.
It was not Stone.
Cahill.
Cahill running the ball out. He got past the halfway line. He clearly hit it too far ahead of him and lost control of it. And then he went sliding in with studs showing, and it was not quite high. It was high, shall we say, over the ball.
Okay. Was it malicious?
No.
Okay.
It was dangerous, and listening to everyone, the rules on the book is it is a red card. Though it doesn't look too bad when you look on it back again. But the fact is his studs are showing, he's high.
So it's brave refereeing then?
Yeah.
It's brave refereeing because he's implemented the rule against a high-profile player, high-profile club on the first day.
Very early in the game.
Well done, referee.
Yes. Yeah. And then the other red card. Fabregas also got a red card.
So that was 2 yellows.
2 yellows.
The first yellow was a bit silly.
Yeah. What was
he doing applauding the referee?
Applauding the referee.
You never applaud the referee. Even when he's done a good job, you don't applaud the referee. Well done, ref. And the second one was...
The second one, he went in sliding in and also showed studs, got the ankles though. He wasn't too high.
It wasn't a straight red.
No, it wasn't a straight red. It could have, they were saying that, some refs may have given it, but
and then they pulled it back to 3-2.
They pulled it back to 3-2, didn't
they? And did they hit the post as well later on?
That was Burnley.
Hit the post.
Yeah, Burnley. Yeah, hit the post. I scored a great goal. The second goal.
Yeah.
It was a great goal. I don't know who the left back is or I think it was.
You don't know who any of their players are.
No, I don't.
They got that Vokes. I know that's.
No, it's Edwards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, it's coming back to me. It's like Edwards, great one. So he's like near the halfway line. So they're all in the box, waiting for the cross to come in. He's played it short, and then ran down the line because obviously they're all down the box, there's no one down the line. So he's gone for a 1-2. Got it back again. So someone's pulled out from outside the box to come and tackle him. He's then done another 1-2. He's got it back again towards the edge of the area. He's just gone in his left foot, top corner.
Oh, okay.
Flying in, really good goal. Got to see that.
Got to watch the replay of the match of the day for that one. And Huddersfield, top of the league.
Top of the league.
Who'd have thought?
My God. Yeah, that's a good result. Crystal Palace. That's his first game in charge. Was it not for
Frank de Boer?
De Boer. Yeah, the Dutchman.
Frank de Boer. Why did they bring him in?
Who left?
It's Big Sam, innit?
He left.
So why did he leave?
Sack? He just decided to resign.
He just thought, I've done my job.
I've done my job. Kept you in the Premier League, and he's had enough of the football. He wanted a break.
So is that what they're going to do? They're going to stick with De Boer, try playing decent football, understand that they don't have the players.
I mean, from the highlights I saw, they didn't. There was nothing great about Crystal Palace.
They were still playing the long ball. They were still looking for Benteke in the channels.
Benteke, yeah, he's the one
relying too much on Zaha.
Yeah, Zaha making the wrong decision as always towards the final end.
But how often do you get a team that's been promoted, winning 3-0 away on the opening game of the season? I mean, that's like 7-8% of their points total in the first game.
Well, yeah, and it is potentially a 6-pointer.
Yeah, because Palace is going
to be down the battling there, and they're going to be down there towards what one expects. But football's a funny old game, so it was a good result. And then there was Everton, another fairy tale. Rudy.
I'm happy about that. I'm even though I'm not an Everton fan and I'm not a United fan, but I have been a Rudy fan in the past, and I love the fact that he scored that goal.
Yeah.
I think it was all too easy for United managers to see beyond him. I know he's had his issues there with the wage demands and so on.
Yeah.
And I know he's not as good a player as he was, maybe 10, 12 years ago.
No,
but then nobody is,
But
the guy is a legend. He's one of the he's the all-time top goal scorer for Manchester United.
Yes.
One of the biggest clubs in the world. So you've got to say the guy's a legend. He's gone back to his boyhood club, the club that's raised him, the club that...
The only other Premier club he would probably have went to.
Probably the only other Premier League club he would have gone to, yeah. And to
Does
score...
he celebrate if he
game?
scores against Man United, though? Because obviously they'll play this season.
No, he probably wouldn't. He's probably got too much respect for them. But he's a special player and he's got a special outcome.
But why? I never understand that. You see, Van Persie scored against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Celebrated like... It was his first goal of his career.
It depends how you get... I mean, if you get pushed out, then Adebayor, you're doing Adebayor.
Yeah, Adebayor.
If it's one of those mutual leavings, then it's like, respect for your old club. West Brom won. Have you deliberately written Bournemouth because they were boring?
Yeah, Bournemouth. Yeah, I was. Yeah, it was a poor game. It wasn't great.
And, that Munier guy for Huddersfield, he scored one goal fewer than Kylian Mbappe, and they picked him up for 11 million. Does he look like the kind of player I want to bring into my fantasy football league?
First game of the season, I think it was just Palace. Yeah, were a bit poor.
I was going to make a hasty transfer, but I thought.
But the thing is, it's going to be players like that are going to win you these fantasy league.
We're out of time.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Inshallah, join us again next week where we'll be live from the park.